going to just talk through my bed bath practice skill because we are in the process of moving and my bed is not put together right now. So I will just verbalize everything I do in this skill. I would first start by verifying my doctor's orders. I'm sorry. Verifying my doctor's orders, I want to verify my patient with 2 identifiers. I want to introduce myself, see if my patient has any known allergies, specifically to like any soaps or any latex, since I am going to be wearing gloves throughout the procedure. When I walk into my patient's room, I will perform hand hygiene. And I want to explain the procedure to them and make sure I have their consent. After that, I want to assess my patient's ability of what they can do on their own, so they have a sense of independence throughout the procedure and don't feel, they don't feel so exposed and like, I guess, humiliated in a sense. So I'm going to do that, and once I assess what my patient can and can't do by themselves, I will continue on with the procedure. I would first I need to gather all my supplies. I want a towel to put under my patient in whatever part of the body I'm working on, so it absorbs the water and it doesn't ruin their sheets or anything. And I want a linen sheet to make sure my patient's covered throughout the bath, so they don't get cold or they're not just laying there fully exposed in case somebody else walks in. I need a little towel and I'll use that one, and I'll make my mitten with that one. I need a pan so I can put my water and I guess my patient's soap that they use if they bring it from home, or if it's just something the doctor prescribed, a certain kind of soap, I'd use that. So I'm gonna start my procedure by getting my water. I want to make sure that's warm enough and not too hot or not too cold. So once I get my water, I'll touch it, and then I'll have my patient touch it as well to ensure it's comfortable for them, if it's too hot or if it's too cold, what they prefer. So after that, we are going to start with the head. I would put a towel under their head, prop them up, depending on, I guess, what they're able to do, if there's any contraindications of them sitting up or laying down, and what position they need to be in. I'll place a towel to absorb any water that falls under their head. We're going to start with the eyes, so I would put the mitten on, and on the eyes we don't want to do any soap or anything just because it could irritate it. So I would just do the eyes with warm water, wiping outwards, and then each time I do a different body part and I haven't washed my towel, I want to just kind of rotate the side that I used on my towel. So I would just start this way and go outward, and then kind of use it on this side and go outward. And then I'm going to wash my towel in the basin with the soap and water, get it again, and then I'm going to go to the face, and I just want to go from the face to the ears, making sure I'm getting behind my patient's ears, under their chin. I also want to provide any care like shaving for men or anything like that needs to be done while in the hospital if they don't have the ability to do it. Making sure I'm getting under their neck and the back of their neck. I then will wash my towel again because we're moving on to another part of the body. And we're going to do the arms now, and we start with furthest away to closest, or we work our way into the body. So we're going to start with the wrist, and we're going to go up the arm, and like I said, I want to place a towel under whatever part of the body I'm working on so it doesn't ruin the patient's bed or we have to change the sheets. The less the better, I guess. The less water we get everywhere, the better. So we're going to work our way up, and when we get to the axillary, we're just going to use, like I said, use the soap first, and then we'll go in with the water. Warm water, change the mitten every time we get to a new spot. I want to provide care for their underarms, like women shaving, men shaving, deodorant, make sure that's all there for their personal needs. And then I will also, when I work on the hands, I want to provide care for their nails, make sure I'm getting under their nails. If their nails are too long, make sure they're clipped. So we do the arm up, and then we go back and we do the hands and the fingers. I want to make sure that, oh, that's for feet, never mind. So we do the hands and the arms, and then I'm moving to the chest area. My patient doesn't have a gown on at this point, so I have the towel, I guess, or the sheet just covering them so they're not fully exposed, depending on men or women. If my patient is a man or a woman, when I get to the breast, I just want to kind of just move it upward to the side and just wipe, make sure I'm getting under the breast and under the other breast as well, in the chest area. For men, I guess if they shave, provide that care. And once I change, if I get to a different part of the body, again, rotate the site and the mitten, make sure it's washed, make sure the water's still warm throughout the procedure because I don't want to be using cold water on them. So we did the face, or the eyes, the face, the arms, the hands, the front of the chest. We're going to work on the legs. So I'm going to do the legs, and I want to place a towel under there again. Again, I'm washing the towel after I'm done with the chest, putting the soap on, and working my way down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's down. So, or no, up, sorry, because we're going up to the pubic area. I am just washing, and I don't know, I guess I would provide shaving. I want to be careful on the skin, observing the skin as I'm washing it, making sure there's no lesions or I'm not breaking any skin, wiping too hard, or I'm looking for any bed sores or anything like that while I'm doing the bed bath, especially on any bony prominences. So we've done the legs, and we need to do the feet. I really want to be cautious with the feet, especially if our patient's a diabetic. We never want to soak the feet. Again, just like the hands, I want to provide nail care for the feet. I want to get in between the toes, make sure I'm cleaning it very well. I think that's all for the front. Yeah, we did the leg, or the pubic area. So when I do the pubic area, depending on a man or a woman, if it's a woman, you always want to wipe away. And then if it's a man, depending on if they're circumcised or not, how I would clean the penis, I want to make sure I pull the foreskin back and clean that area if they are not circumcised. After that, I'm going to rotate my patient. If they're able to rotate themselves, I will have them lay on their side. If not, I'll do it for them. I want to, again, make sure that a pad is at the back, like under their back kind of, so if any water falls, it absorbs it and it doesn't get all over the sheets. I am changing the water at this point because it's probably been too long, so I want to change it to make sure it's new and warm water since we are working on the back. If my patient has any bowel incontinence, I need to be aware of that, and I guess making sure that they've gone to the bathroom, or they've done their time, what time they do go to the bathroom, or they're expected to, just so we don't have a mess. So when I get the water again, I want my patient to touch it, making sure it's comfortable for them and comfortable for them, and we can go ahead and proceed. So I'm going to start on the back, and I'm going to go down from the back. I'm just going to do long strokes on the back, side to side, since they'll be on their side. And when I get to the butt area, I am going to go, the video? I'm going to go from bottom to top this way. So I would be wiping, and every time I make a stroke, I fold the towel. Every time I make a stroke, I fold the towel. So after the back, I will wash the towel in the basin, start again on the buttocks area. Every time I make a stroke, I'd fold the towel. Every time I make a stroke, I'd fold the towel. I want to really make sure my patient's clean, just because they are sitting in their own soil, and that's not comfortable for anybody, and I'd want my family member to be cleaned right. I want to make sure they're dried off and they're not wet after everything. I want to provide any oral care or hair care. I also want to, any lotions, unless they're contraindicated by the doctor, are not allowed. I moved my patient to a working, comfortable level for me, so I want to make sure the bed is locked, lowered, the call light's in reach. Anything that I had to unplug from my patient is plugged back in. Call light's in reach. Bed rails up ×2. I think that is all. Just make sure my patient's comfortable. If they need anything else, make sure They have their personal things in reach, and let them know to call us if they need anything. When I do my final video, I will have a bed and a practice thing. And just like I said, I'm in the process of moving, and my bed's kind of on the floor right now until I get my bed frame built. So I will see you on my next video. Bye, Miss Vincent.